Give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. That takes care of that. We're gonna take care of this. So if you're wondering why there's no music, well, apparently the past couple times I've had music on, I've had copyright claims, which ended up making the revenue share. So it's not a big deal, honestly, because I'm not really making that much royalties, but the fact of the matter is, there's copyright stuff, so probably not going to be using music. Hello, welcome, boylings. Welcome back to some more Yugioh Zatsudan. I am the expert of experts, the master of disaster, the one and only void seer, Sonoma Strolla, and we are here with Magician's Force. From what I recall, there wasn't really a whole lot here in Magician's Force that was really that broken. Our first secret rare here is our Dark Magician Girl. Which, I mean, everyone knows the Dark Magician Girl, right? Everyone knows this character. Gave 300 every Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos at graveyards. In both graveyards, I'm assuming. Which, I mean, nobody's using Dark Magician at this point in the game, really. Nobody. I mean, you can run Dark Magician, but, like, why? Like, if you ran 3 of each of those, and if your opponent ran 3 of each of those, which is probably not going to happen, isn't Magician of Black Chaos the, ritual monster? Nobody's using that! Also, wasn't it originally just Dark Magician? I don't remember it being Dark, Magician of Black Chaos as well. I feel like that got changed at some point. Interesting. I don't remember the Magician of Black Chaos part. I only remember Dark Magician. But yeah, overall, you're not really going to be running her too much unless you make a Dark Magician specific deck, which I think there's an archetype for that now. And now we go to people running about. You're never going to use this card. Why is it a pyro? Why is it a pyro? What is What is pyro? Why is this pyro? You're never gonna use that. Oppress people. You might use this as a 1-star 2000 defense water type, so it might be useful, but you're never gonna hack with it. And at this point, you have a whole bunch of 2000 defense water monsters, so, I mean, you got other options for water, if you really want to. And then United Resistance. Which, you're never gonna use this. You're just not. You're just not gonna use this card, like, ever. Like, it's garbage. It's hot garbage. And it's a thunder. There's never any support for thunder. Alright. And we get the XYC guys. So, he's okay for a machine. 1800 to hack, machine. And he's light. So, you can run a light deck with this guy in it. Or, if you're running a machine deck, he's good for a machine deck. The others, if I recall, are not as good, but let's find out. Oh, once per turn, you can either target one X-Head cannon you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card, special summon it. A monster equipped with this card gains 400 attack defense. Also, equipped monster would be destroyed without or card effect. Destroy this card instead. Okay, you would run this with, X-Head cannon, yeah. I mean, it's not very good on its own. It's kind of weak. But it's a nice little equip card for the, part, which is nice, giving it additional buff, making it 2200 attack 4-star monster. What's the C medal? Thank you. Also, I like how they're called unions. These were the original union monsters. They didn't have union in their name before. These are the original union monsters. You can target one X head cannon or Y dragon head you control. Equip this card that target, or unequip this card. You special summon it. A monster equipped with this card gains 600 attack defense. Yeah, this just buffs the crap out of those two. But you would probably use this on X head cannon more so than the dragon head. Dark Blade. Dark Blade. He's a pretty decent, warrior. 1800 attack dark type warrior. He's not bad. You might have better warriors at this point, but, I mean, he's still pretty solid for, you know, a warrior deck. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're a union monster? Oh god, I cannot read that. What does that say? Once per turn during your main phase, you control this card field, you can equip it in your Dark Blade. Okay. While equipped, to a monster like this card increase the attack defense of the monster by 400. When it acts with an attack, so it does very meteor crush. Okay. So it's a very meteor crush for Dark Blade. What was its attack? Was it even... It's not even really that useful as a monster, in all honesty. Kiryu. Not Kasuma. Not that Kiryu. Oh god. It's no thing for Dark Blade, okay? Increase the attack defense of the equipped monster by 900. Make him a 2700 attack monster. And you contribute this card to allow the equipped monster to attack your life points directly this turn. Yuck! That is disgusting. I don't know why my connection is going bad already. What is going on with the connection lately? Something weird's been going on with that connection. Alright, so that is Kiryu. DK Commander. Not really an interesting song beat, but when it's normal summon, you can special summon one song beat icon from your hand. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct act, discard one. Battle damage to your opponent by a direct... Wait, does that mean it has to attack them directly? Like, there's no monsters, it just attacks? I mean, that's still kind of disgusting. What does song beat Tiger do? 1400, 1600, okay. So that'll make DK Commander give better attack defense. Destroys an opponent's monster by battle, discard one random card from their hand. Yuck. Yuck. That makes them kind of disgusting. But if I recall, DK Commander just... Well, he gains 600 attack, so he becomes... Well, I mean, 1600... Yeah. Alright, Giant Orc. Alright. Oh, this guy, he's like, he's basically a Goblin Hack Force, but as a fiend. So yeah, he's basically just Goblin Hack Force. 2200, 4-star monster. If he actually goes to defense, he'll start your next turn. Oh, and he'll end of your next turn. That's even worse. But I mean, it's still at 2200 Dark Fiend, so you can make him pretty strong. You can get use out of him. Second Goblin, and this apparently goes with, that guy. You can change the equipped monster's battle position once per... Oh god, you could keep him in, attack mode. Okay. You could keep him in attack mode. That makes him a little bit scarier. But, I mean, you could probably do better than that. Vampire Orchids. Vampiric Orchids. When this card's normal summon, you can special summon one Gesgengal from your hand. I mean, for a plant, 1700 attack's not terrible, and it's an Earth type. Most plants, I think, are Earth type, I believe. Give me just a second. Give me just a second, if you will. So yeah, it's an Earth type. It is an Earth type. Which means you can get some good usage out of it in a Earth deck. And it lets you summon a Gesgengal. What's a Gesgengal do? I mean, it's a 2000 defense Earth monster that's not that bad. For defense, when it's equipped to a Vampiric Orchis, every time the monster destroys an opponent's monster, special summon one Wicked Plant token. So it just gives you additional things you contribute. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm assuming it's does it get special summon an attack or defense? Do you get to choose? If you don't get to choose and it has to be attack mode, then that's a little bit scary. But otherwise, that's nice for setting up tributes. I mean, it's okay. Burning Beast. There's so many freaking Union monsters in this set. Wow. Pyro. 1500 Pyro. What do you do? You're for Freezing Beast. Did I not see Freezing Beast? So Freezing Beast, every time it collects battle damage, your opponent destroying one face-up spell or trap card. So, I mean, it's a 1500 attack monster. You're gonna have to beef it up for it to really do much. And you're the same thing. You do the same thing, but it's face down spell card or trap. Which I think is a little bit more useful than face up. Because it lets you get rid of, like, you know, stuff that you probably don't want to be there. But overall, these two probably will never get used. Union Rider. 1000 Wind Machine. You can take control of up to one Union monster that is currently a monster on your opponent's side of the field. And equipment of this card, the Union monster that is equipped with this card cannot be changed back to a monster using its own effect. Oh, so he could just steal any Union monster. Or just equip any meh. Not really that interesting, I think. Like, you probably want to keep the other stuff with the other monsters, rather than this guy. Okay, so this set did bring out the Union monsters first. Union are kind of bad. A monster that this card destroys if a resolved battle is removed from play. That's a terrifying looking monster. Absolutely terrifying. And while that is a nice effect, it's a 1400 attack monster. It's not really that strong, so I don't think it's really that great. Yeah, we're getting the Banished monster, Spell Canceller. Spell cards with their effects on the field cannot be activated. Oh yeah, this guy. I remember this guy. This guy, I saw him a few times back in the day when the set came out. Because it kinda, you know, make it really hard to deal with, you know, specific monsters. You throw this out with Jinso, and it's like, okay, I'm kinda just in a bad situation now. Because if you can't kill either one of them, then, you know, what are you gonna do? Why is my connection going back again? YouTube? Is it you, YouTube? I think it's you, YouTube. I think you're doing something weird. Yeah, no perhaps. Necromane King. During your opponent's turn, when this card is in your graveyard or in your possession, is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card threat, it becomes the end phase of this turn. Meh. It feels like a waste of a turn, or a card slot. I mean, yeah, you end their turn, but like, meh? It's not really that useful at all. I feel. Health and Robo for combat. It has its use for Final Countdown, I suppose so. This is an okay machine. It's a light machine. So you can run this in a light deck if you have a bunch of light machines, but machines are all over the place with their attributes. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, draw one card and return one card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. That effect is kinda not really that great, honestly. I don't think that effect is really worth putting that in the deck. Oh boy, Dimension Jar! D-Jar! Both players can remove from play up to 3 monsters from their opponent's graveyard. Okay, this guy is not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be another one of those busted jars, but this guy's kinda just whatever, really. He's not really that great. Great Phantom Thief. So is this that one guy from, an earlier set, but he's, like, different now? If this card inflicts spell damage on your opponent, declare one card name, look at your opponent's hand. If you do, discard all cards with the name in their hand. This is like a white Phantom Thief from, Metal Raiders, but upgraded. Because I think it's even the same stats and stuff. But honestly, that's kinda like, the effect's not that great, honestly. It's really not. Roulette Barrel. I mean, it's a 2000 defense machine. He sounds like he... I mean, he could get banned, but, I mean, you have to know what's exactly in their deck in order to even utilize him. So, 2000 defense, Roulette Barrel's okay for a defensive machine, and he's good for a gamble deck. Yeah. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die twice. Choose one result and destroy one monster on the field whose level is equal to that result. Hope that you don't roll a 4. And that you only have this guy on your side of the field as a 4. Hope that that doesn't happen. But yeah, he is good for a gamble deck. I remember using him. No, you can only go up to 6 stars. If there's higher than 6 stars, this is never going to work. 4 is very common, yes. Also, why does my connection keep dropping on OBS? What is going... I'm getting annoyed, because this is like the 3rd week in a row on a Saturday that this is happening. It really does not like Satsus. Paladin of White Dragon. I remember this guy. He's a ritual monster. With White Dragon Ritual, at the start of the game, step this card to act face down defense monster, destroy that face down monster. You can contribute this card with some one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck, but Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot act the rest of the turn. Saturdays are cursed. It's like, this doesn't really happen any other day. Like, it happens for like a split, like a second or two, but like, it doesn't happen consistently. Like, I don't know if it's YouTube, I don't know if it's my internet provider, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is good for Blue Eyes decks, but like, overall, I mean, you can probably, you know, use other things. But if you're gonna run a Blue Eyes deck, I guess you can run this. There's White Dragon Ritual, which you use to summon, you got tribute monsters from your hand to field whose levels equal 4 or more, which isn't very hard. It's not very hard to do, because you're usually going to have a 4-star monster somewhere, I think. Frontline Base. Once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Union monster from your hand. this card can actually be okay, decently, if you run, like, specific monsters. Like, X-Head Cannon is pretty good for this. But overall, if you're not running a Union deck, then this kind of doesn't really matter. Also, again, if you're wondering why there's no music, copyright claims. Yes, I was getting copyright claims off the Ho-Ho music that I was playing the last couple of streams. It's wild, man. It's wild. It's like, oh, okay, I'm getting copyright claimed on Ho-Ho music that I'm playing. I guess I won't play Ho-Ho music. Hades has demoted you. Downgrade the monster equipped with this card by 2 levels. Not sure what use this would actually have. Not sure. Does that really have any use, I wonder? It's more useful now? Combination hat. During a battle phase, you can use this effect on the monster that has to act this turn, and it's equipped with a Union monster. This for Union monsters, okay. Change the Union monster back to a monster in case of attack or defense. Also, the monster that was equipped with the Union monster may act again this turn. Yeah, this is pretty decent for getting extra hacking. This is honestly pretty decent. Like, you wipe out their field, and then you use this, and then it's like, oh, I get extra hack on your life points directly. I don't know how useful this is at this point in the game, but it seems like it could be very useful. Kaiser Coliseum. If there is one or more monsters on the field of the controller of this card, his or her opponent cannot place a monster on the field if his or her number of monsters. When it sees the number of monsters are on the field of this card's controller. The cards that are already on the field before this card's activation are unaffected. So basically, it makes it so that you can only have as many monsters on your side of the field as your opponent, or whoever has this card out. It's kind of like a ground collapse in a way. It's kind of like ground collapse. So if you have something like Spirit Reaper out, it can only have one monster out on their side of the field, which, I mean, that limits what they can do, which is honestly not too terrible. Oh, it's banned. Boys, this is banned. This bad boy is banned. Understandable, though, because you can really, really mess the opponent up with that. Autonomous Action Unit. We use this with CC. Pay 1500 life points to target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon that target in your side of the field face of an act, and equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. So, this is like, premature burial before your opponent. Which is honestly it's not banned, honestly. It's actually not banned. It's probably because you have to pay 1500 life points, which is a lot of life points, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, it's still a Monster Reborn type of card. You can just summon something from your opponent's graveyard, which can get really kinda scary, honestly. Poison of an Old Man. 1500 isn't awful. It's not, but, like, this is another card that I ran in my burn deck back in the day. Activate one of these effects. Gain 1200 life points. Inflict 800 damage on your opponent. This card isn't too terrible, actually. Like, yeah, it's also limited to one. I mean, it's Monster Reborn, you know. But this card is nice. Like, okay, I need to make a decision. Do I want to do damage to my opponent? 800's not too much. But any damage is damage at this point in the game. There's better options. But this card is like an extra Ukasi. And Ukasi is still pretty decent back today. Or do you need life points and not die? So it's not a bad card. It's honestly not bad. It's not awful burn. It's a decent survival card. It's not terrible. Anti. I think this is a gambling card. Each player deals one card from the hand. If one card is higher level than the other, the card with the lower level is sent to the graveyard. The player who reveals it takes 1,000 damage. Yeah, Darkness Room. It's not banned. It's not banned. How about that? I mean, is this card actually useful? Like, sure, you could use it to, get rid of a card in your opponent's hand. I mean, if they're stuck with a spell or trap card, then, they're taking 1,000 damage, but, like, I don't know, man. Is this really that useful, I wonder? I never ran this card, actually. Dark Core. I think this is a Banish card. This card, one card that target one face-up monster of the field, Banish. This card got used a lot back in the day. I remember this card being used a lot. It's basically like a fish. It's like Fisher. But it outright removes the monster from the field. It is still useful because it outright gets rid of, a monster. It makes the monster go poof. Especially if it's a troublesome monster like, say, Jinso. You want this card for Jinso to get rid of him. Rare Gold Armor. If I recall, this is... I don't know what this is for. As long as you control the monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot attack other monsters other than the equipped monster. Nothing perhaps for Banish skill. To this day, almost 20 years later, there's nothing that protects against Banish. Are you kidding me? That's insane. So this card... I mean, this card has uses, but, like, I don't think it's really that necessary, per se. Because it's so easy to destroy monsters and, spell cards. So I don't think this card is really that useful. Yeah, it's okay at best. And then we have the Metal Silver Armor. And I have my net connection just randomly drop. Yeah, it depends on the deck. As long as you control the monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot use the effective spell, trap, or effect monster that targets one monster except the equipped monster card. It's kind of just, Kisako Spirit. Monsters on your side of the field cannot be destroyed in a battle if the monsters attack are evil. I mean, it's a niche, your force of protection, yeah. This is a niche, card, but it can be useful. It can be useful. Because it means you can attack a monster that has the same attack as you, and your monster will not die, but theirs will. So it's a niche card. I don't know how useful it will be because of the odds of attacks being the same. Yeah, you would side deck this. Because the odds of you having the same attack as your opponent's monster that often, I don't know, man. That's kind of real. Tribute Doll. Tribute one monster, special summon one level 7 monster from your hand that can be normal summon set. It cannot attack this turn. This card's not bad. It's not terrible. It is a silly card. It is a very silly card. Because it makes it so that you only have to tribute one monster. I mean, technically, when you think about it, you're still tributing 2 cards. Because you're using this card, which is counting as the, second monster. So yeah, you're still basically tributing 2 cards to the graveyard. It's just that you only need 1 monster instead of 2. So it's a nice way of getting a monster out without having to have another monster out. You're taking out a monster, yes you are. Wave motion cannon. It's my boy! Guys, it's my boy. This is my favorite card to use in a burn deck. During your main phase, you can send this card to the graveyard and inflict 1000 damage on your opponent for each of your standby phases that have passed since this card was activated. This card, right here, is why people ran barrel behind the door against me. This is why people use barrel behind the door. They will have that card specifically for this card in my deck. Specifically for this one card in my deck. That's how much they hated my deck. They will put in 1 trap card and counter this spell card. Because this card's dangerous, especially if you get 3 of them. Best you get now is 1,000. Yeah, back in the day, though, this card was pretty disgusting. It was really disgusting. Huge Revolution. Did I not click it? I clicked it. This card can only be activated during your main phase. Oh, it's when you have those 3 useless cards face up on your field. Send all cards in your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. Well, it's not this one. I mean, the odds of you... Oh, wait. No, there is an easy way of getting all of them out. Yeah, you can get them all out pretty easily now. Back in the day, you weren't really getting those 3 cards out very easily. Not that easily. Thunder of Ruler. During your opponent's standby phase, you can activate this card. There is no battle phase this turn. I mean, it's a nice way to skip a battle phase, but like you're using up a spell trap slot for this, so I don't think it's really that useful, honestly. Now, this is a card I think I recall being a good card. Activate one of these card effects. When a spell card is activated that targets exactly 1 monster on the field, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So it's like Spelljammer, without having to discard a spell, or a card. When a spell card is activated, send 1 spell card from your hand to the graveyard. Negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So this basically... So there's the, Spelljammer, or Magic Jammer. It's a Magic Jammer that has an additional effect that you can just activate and, you know, just negate it. So if you never had a Magic Jammer, here's your updated Magic Jammer. So you can have multiple Magic Jammers. And it's kind of a better Magic Jammer because of the first effect. Because the second effect, well, no, the second one is just set the spell card, not just 1 card. VTuberEN, we're going to have Cloud. It's better if it negates, yes. Here's Cloud, as, you know, a Viking. During this turn, when your monsters act with an act that is higher than the defense of your opponent's... So it does carry Meteor Crush. It's all it is. It's just very Meteor Crush for all of your monsters. Which, yeah, it's not really that great. Pineapple Blast. Piercing is okay. It's just okay. When you normal summon a monster, your opponent controls more monsters than you do. Destroy your opponent's monsters so that your opponent controls the same number of monsters as you. Your opponent chooses which of their monsters are destroyed. I mean, this is nice to set all of your opponent down to one monster, but yes, who's situational? Wait, who's situational? Stop dropping frames! Why are you dropping frames? Stop it! You know, I think the reason why it drops frames on Saturdays, thinking about it, is because I have it set to, ultra low latency. It's set to ultra low latency and not low latency, so maybe that's why it's, I don't want that. Why it's, dropping frames so often. That's what I think, anyways. Give me just a second, if you will. 1 second. 1 second. One second. Try to raise the latency. Here's the problem. I can't raise the latency when I'm streaming. Like, I can't actually change the latency while I'm streaming. I have to, like, make a new stream to, change the latency. But I'm wondering if that's what's causing it. I'm not sure. But considering how often it happens on, Saturdays, and that's the only time I use, ultra-low latency, it probably is that. Because it's trying to keep it, you know, near real time with the chat and what's happening on screen. I guess I don't really need it to be real near time with the chat. I guess I don't really need it to be that. Oh, wait, we're gonna wait a second. We're gonna wait. It's in the red. It's in the red now. Yeah, I wonder, give me just a second. I'm gonna try something. Give me a second, if you will. 1 second. I don't think that worked. That, in fact, did not work. So, even if I, like, temporarily end the stream, it will not, give me the option. Also, my god, it's just dropping frames left and right. What? Bro, why are you dropping frames so much? Wow! So, next week when I do this, I will use the, other latency to see if it's the latency, because I use the, default latency for every other stream and it doesn't do this. So, I do think it's the latency option. What was I at? Secret Barrel. If like 200 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand and for each card they control. I think I used this a little bit back in the day. I mean, it's not very good damage. It's not that great of a damage, but I mean, it's still bird damage. It's okay for what it is. What are you doing? Why are you dropping frames? Stop it. No, get out of the red. Get out of the red. No, get out of the red. For max? What do you mean max? Out of the red, OBS. Now get out of the yellow, go to green. No. No. Get out of the red. There. Keep going back. Go up to green. Go up. Thank you. I don't know what your problem is. Stop it. Physical double. Match C draws a card for every special summon. During your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Special summon one Mirage token with the same level, type, attribute, attack, defense at target. Destroy this token during the end phase. I mean, is it? Special summon, yeah, I kind of figured that. Is this actually useful? I mean, it prevents them from, hacking. Get out of the red. You're at 5,000 kilobytes. Why are you in the red? Get out. Get up. Get up. You're still 5,000. Thank you. I don't know why it goes at the red when it's in the normal range. Stop it. Get some help. Rivalry of Warlords. Each player can only control one type of monster. Send all our face-up monsters to the graveyard. This card is kinda not that great. I mean, it's okay if you're running like a special deck, like, okay, you know what? Oh, it's limited. Oh, it's limited. That means you only can use one of these. Yeah, because you basically make it so that if they're not running like a specific hyper deck, like a full-on warrior deck, or a full-on fiend deck, they get screwed really hard. So yeah, this card could be very disgusting, yeah. Formation Union. Back in the day, I don't know how useful that card was, but, that card was kind of disgusting. Okay, equip one Union monster on your side field who an appropriate monster on your side field as an equipped spell. Unequip. Okay, so it's basically using the Union monster effect, but in a trap card. So you can basically just be like, I use the Union monster unequip and hack. I'm gonna use this and re-equip them. I mean, meh. Only if you're using a Union deck, which... Hey, look, we got a new trap hole, guys. We got a new trap hole. When your opponent summons a monster, have that monster's original attack. I mean, it's honestly a pretty decent card. It's not a bad card. It's okay. It doesn't kill him, but it's okay. If you don't have a way to kill him. Makes the monster, kinda useless. And now we get the XYC. So here's a fusion for the X and Y part. So you have to banish them. So you don't need polymerization for the XYC guys. I think this is the start of this type of monsters. And it cannot be special summoned from graveyard. You can discard one card to target one face-up spell trap your opponent controls and destroy. Yeah, this was the machine. I mean, it's 2200 and 1900. It's not terrible. You just have to make sure you have X, Y, and Z all in your hand at all time. Here's X, Y, C. Ozama supports this? Really? So you need to banish all three of those to summon this guy. You can discard one card to target one card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Oh! It's not a once per turn thing. He just kills. He just outright murders things. Oh! He just can just wipe whatever he wants out. Oh! That's kinda nasty. This guy's kind of a nasty guy. I mean, you do have to have all three of them in your hand or on the field. Is it in your hand? It has to be on the field, right? I think it has to be on the field. Maybe it's not hard to do. Maybe it's not. Discard one card, target one face down. Spell or trap card and destroy it. Make it go poof. Okay. And then you have YC. What's YC do? They all have decent attack and defense. One face down monster. Okay. And then we have Great Angus. Is this gonna be like... You just need the materials? Yeah. You! Get out of the yellow! Get out of the red! Out of the red! Out of the red! Get out! Yes! Get back to the green! What is your problem? Get out! Get out! Go back to green! Thank you. Ugh. Get your... No! 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 It's like talking to a dog. No! 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 Go back! Up! 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 I really think it is the freaking... Go back up. I don't think I want to use ultra low latency anymore if it's the problem. I don't think I want to. Because this means a big problem. Great Angus. 1800 fire, beast, 4-star. It's okay. It's okay, beast. It's not bad. Oh yeah, just a side note. I was watching Grand Pooh Bear play Battle Maniacs. He never made it past the snake level. Not on that god. Like, the game is mean, dude. I mean, he did the Turbo Huddle pretty easily for the most part. When he figured out how to do the Turbo Huddle, but like, that snake section is mean, dude. It's mean. I don't know how I ended up watching Grand Pooh Bear, of all people. I don't know how. He is kind of funny, though. He is a little bit funny. I beat it out of stubbornness. I beat it out of cheating. Using save states. And I don't feel good using save states like that. Because that's cheating, really. That's really just cheating. Aitsu! Look at this useless guy. You have a tribute for this guy. And he's 100 defense. Really? Really? You're going back? Get out of the red. What is your problem? Why are you having so much difficulty? What? Why are you having so much difficulty? I cannot believe how many frames this is dropping over nothing. I'm not even playing anything. I'm not doing anything extensive. Like, I'm not doing anything heavy on the computer. So why is it dropping frames? Unbelievable. See, I want to do a test stream after this, but like, I don't know, man. I might do a test stream to see about the other latency if you want to be around for that, hate. If you want to be around for that. It's gonna be a very quick stream, though. I'm only gonna ask latency issues to see if it's just, well, honestly, I don't even think I really need to ask it. Because I think it is the latency. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna check something. Does ultra low latency reduce... Is ultra low latency good for streaming? Does ultra low latency drop frames for streaming? I don't think it's the latency. Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna check something. This is gonna make the stream very laggy. I apologize. Give me just a second though. I'm gonna check something. Let me check something. I mean, it looks like I have the same amount of upload download speed, so I don't know. I don't know if it's IPS, I don't know if it's YouTube, I don't know if it's ultra. It's saying that ultra low latency doesn't cause frame drops, so I don't know. Because here's the thing. Remember last week when it spent like 40 minutes being in the red? And then it was perfectly fine for the rest of the stream? Or maybe it was a couple weeks ago. But it was like red for like 40 minutes or something. And then it was fine for the rest of the stream. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Alright, so Sonic Duck. Winged Beast 1700 half restore monster. It's okay. It's okay for a Winged Beast deck. It's okay for a Winged deck. Not a bad card. But yeah, Hate. Do you remember that when it was like in the red for like half an hour or something? And then it was fine for the rest of the stream? Like, I feel like that was either YouTube or my ISP. Or a combination of the two. I feel like it's more YouTube than anything. Because, like, I'm not seeing anything on my end. Like, my, download or upload speed is still like 8 megabytes per second or whatever it was. It's either 8 or 9, which it's where it's supposed to be. Ah, yes, the Luster Dragon. If I recall, here's one of those 1900 half monsters. You are going to see this guy a lot in beatdown decks. You're going to see him with Gemini Elf. You're going to see him with, there was another 1900 half monster. But you're going to see a lot of 1900 half monsters pop up. They're going to start becoming the norm. And this guy's very good for dragons. Yeah, he's a good card early on. Very good card. Amazoness Paladin. This card gains 100 attack for each Amazonas monster you control. I mean, it's for your Amazon deck, which this card is pretty solid. It is a pretty solid. I mean, it's poop, but you throw it in an Amazon deck, which is usually Warrior and Earth. And, I mean, you can make her kinda okay. Also, why does she look like a female Yugi? A female Yugi, you know what I mean? I'm looking at the hair. You're welcome. I ruined her for you. Oh, more Amazons. You grunt Tiger over her. Amazon is fighter. You ain't no foul damage from an action roll in this card. Okay? I mean... Okay. I guess. Not really that great. How about the swordswoman? Your opponent takes any foul damage you would have taken from battles to focus this card instead. This freaking card! I remember this card. This card was in Warrior decks all the time. This card sucked to fight against. Because it would just kamikaze against your strong monsters and you would take all the damage. Like, it's a staple in Warrior decks too, because it's just like, okay, if I act this card, I'm taking the damage instead. It's a very mean card. It's kind of really mean. It's a guard if you do, guard if you don't scenario with it. Glowpiper. Select one basic monster your opponent controls during each of your scale 5 phase. It loses 500 attack until the end of this turn. It's an anti-haymaker card. It is. This card is kind of just okay. It's kind of just okay. And honestly, you're probably never going to get to use this effect. Tiger! You can only control one Amazonas Tiger. This card gains 400 after each Amazonas monster you control. Your opponent cannot act any face-up Amazonas monster except this one. So, it does get more attack than the other one, but it starts at a lower attack value. Actually, does it count itself? Yes, I was about to say, it has to count itself, right? I mean, it's still 200 attack weaker, but, like, it can get really strong faster compared to the other guy. Or lady, rather. Actually, does the Pelican count itself? Yeah, the Pelican counts itself, so it's at 1800. Yeah, you would run it over Pelican, but Pelican does start as 1800. So she's still good. It's an 1800 base attack. Oh boy, skilled white magician. Paladin's okay. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card when that spell card resolves. Max 3. You can tribute this card with 3 spell counters on it. Spell summon one. Ooh. Yeah, this guy make it easy to get Buster Blaker out. Ooh. Ooh, Buster Blaker. Ooh. They are silly. Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magician. I think he's the opposite. Yep, here's your 1900 spellcaster. Place spell counter. Oh, this is how you get Dark Magician out easier. This is how you get This is the start of Dark Magician support. So you have Dark Magician, you have this guy, you have Dark Magician Girl. And he's a 1900 Dark Spellcaster, so he gets mad buffs. He becomes a very, very big staple for spellcaster decks. Just for the 1900 attack just for his act alone, honestly. Apprentice Magician. If this card is summoned, target one face-up card spell, place one spell counter on it. Okay? If this card is destroyed value, you can special summon one level 2 or lower spellcaster monster from your deck to face down defense. This guy is also a pretty good card for a spellcaster deck. You could get like a Magician of Faith for free from this guy. And he allows you to add spell counters in like a Skill White, a Skill Dark Magician. You'd be using Skill Dark Magician more though, I think. Oh, Vindictive Magician. Target one monster your opponent controls destroy. Oh! It's Manier Bug! He's back, but as a spellcaster. So you could get this guy you could get with Apprentice Magician. So this guy, yeah, this guy's kind of nasty back in the day. Chaos Command Magician. Negate any monster that's got target this card. Oh god. Yeah, this is a big, one of the big bosses for the spellcasters at this point, I think. Yeah, this is a big boss for a spellcaster. Because you're not targeting this with any monsters. So, we are going to be seeing Chaos stuff. He's not a member of the Magician, technically. Magical Marionette. Each time a spell card's activated, place a spell counter on this card. When that spell card resolves, this card gains 200 after each spell counter on it. You can remove oh yeah. So this guy is a dangerous guy. Because it's not hard to get the spell counters on, this guy at all. So he could just be like, yep, I'm just gonna get spell counters, and then I'm gonna, you know, kill a monster. Very easily. He's kinda nasty. Pixie Night. We have a Pixie Night. We're never gonna use the Pixie Night. Oh wait. When this card is sent to the graveyard for solid battle, your opponent selects one spell card from your graveyard and places... No. 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 Just, your opponent can just screw you over, more than likely. No. Breaker, the Magical Warrior. So we got this guy. If this card is normal, someone places spell counter on it. Max 1. Gain 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove one spell counter from this card, target one spell trapped on the card, and destroy that target. This guy's a big staple in spellcaster decks. Because he just comes out as a 1900 attack monster. And you can just be like, okay, oh wait, no, he can't get the spell counter back very easily. But, because he's a spellcaster and he's a dark, you know what that means. He gets a big buff from all of that stuff. Yep. So he's a big staple in, got limited in one for a while? Yeah, I can see why. Also, hey, have you noticed? Have you noticed the connection's been fine? You see what I mean about being properly YouTube or the ISP? I don't think it's the latency. It's one of those two. And it's always on a Saturday. Always on a Saturday. Magical Plant Mandragora. Mandragola. Okay. Place one spell counter on each... Oh, this allows you to put spell counters back on cards. Okay. Dude, I don't remember spell counters being a big thing after this set. Like, I remember spell counters for this set, but I don't remember it for after this set. Huh. Magical scientist. Is this the guy I think it is? Pay 1,000 life points, special summon 1 level 6 or lower fusion monster from your fusion deck in face of attack or defend. A fusion monster cannot hack your opponent's life points directly, and is returned in your fusion deck at the end of the turn. I mean, he's kind of disgusting. He's kind of really disgusting. If I recall, I think I remember using this guy for, Relinquish, or was it Thousand Eyes Restrict? It might have been Thousand Eyes Restrict, actually. Just summon Thousand Eyes Restrict, suck up something from the opponent's side of the field, or launch at her. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, I had to say something about the connection. Now the connection's trying to be back again. Royal Magic Library. So this card is another 2,000 defense 4-star monster. Each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card. Match 3. You can remove 3 counters for this card and draw 1 card. It's another problem card. I can see why. But, yeah, I use this card a lot for defense. I don't know how often I ever got the effect off, but it was nice for defense. It was always nice for defense. Armor X, Armor EXE. Oh, it's a rock. It's a 2400 hack rock. Ah. This Buster Blaker and other card costs. There's so many one-turn kills, but I mean, that's bound to happen. This card cannot act at the same hermit as normal summon, collect summon, or special summon. During each of your and your opponent's scale 5 phase. Remove oh. You have to remove a spell counter for this guy to stay out. Meh. This guy sucks, then. You saw this on my thumbnail. There's a reason why this guy is on my thumbnail. Because this guy is a problematic guy. This guy is a very big problematic guy for specific decks. If you're running an old hype deck, this guy's gonna kill you really easily. And he's got decent attack too. If you're running a water deck, this guy becomes very difficult to get rid of. And he can just be like, I discard the card, and oh, you're running a warrior deck? I call warrior. Now all warriors die. This card got ran a lot back in the day. A lot. Especially when there were zombies, warriors, fiends, spellcasters. Those 4 hypes got ran a lot. So you would see this guy a lot. He's basically a Raigeki for, you know, monsters. If they're face up. He was a pain in the butt. Oh my god, it's Death Koala guy. Inflict 400 damage on your opponent for each card in their hand. Guess who ran this card? Guess who ran this card in their bird deck? Because it's an 1800 defense monster. It's not bad defense. And it's 400 damage for every card in their hand. Which could be pretty good. It has a fusion. I think it does. But yeah, I like how it has Beast Flip. Why do you need Flip here and Flip here? You don't need Flip twice. Oh, hey, one of the Dark Scorpions is here. It's Cliff, the trap remover. When this card inflicts spell damage on your opponent, activate one of these effects. Target 1 spell trap off the field, destroy that target. Or set the top 2 cards of their deck, their graveyard. I mean, he's not very strong. He's not very strong, and it's very easy to stop hacks, for the most part, at this stage of the game. So, he's not really that great, I find. Magical Merchant. excavate cards from half of your deck, and you excavate a spell trap. Then add that card in your hand, also set the remaining cards in the graveyard. This card could be useful, and it could be kind of dangerous. It could be kind of very dangerous for you. It could be kind of dangerous for the opponent, depending on what gets sent to the graveyard. He's okay. He's not terrible. Oh no, it's Queetsu. You combine this with a... oh god. Look at all those stars, my dude! He's a 10-star monster! With 200 attack, 100 defense. So, this guy, he's a union monster for Aitsu. When equipped to a monster, that monster gains 3,000 attacks. And it kind of does very meteor crush. So, that makes the other guy 3,200 or 3,100, yeah, the other one's the red one. This is the blue one. The other guy becomes, I can actually click. The other guy becomes 3,100 attack at, 1 tribute. I think you still have to tribute, yeah, you still have to have, Queetsu on the field. Which, I mean, you know, Catch your tribe. The original act of your opponent's monster that battles with this card during this act becomes 200 points during the damage step. This guy, that guy, which guy, what guy. That's hilarious. Aren't they from, like one of the Konami shoot-em-ups, too? Like, Darius or something like Parodius, that's what it was, yes. So this monster isn't bad. It's a good monster for forcing your opponent to sacrifice one of their monsters. Now, they can sacrifice any of their weaker monsters, but you can also make it so that, oh, it has to be during their turn. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Not the most useful monster. Ultimate Obedient Being. Oh my god. It's a 10-star monster. This card can only act with this card's the only card in your side field, and you can also have no cards in your hand. The effects of threat monsters that this card destroy. I mean, this guy's not that useful. I'm gonna be real. This guy is not useful at all. Yes, he's a 3,500 attack monster, but you have to do 2 tribute. I think it's still 2 tribute. And you have to have no cards in your hand, nothing else on your side of the field. Which, if you're in that situation, you've pretty much already lost, I think. Dark cat with white hair. Return 2 monster cards on your opponent's side of the field, and 1 monster card on yours. Oh, dude, this card's dumb. This card is disgusting. This card's absolutely disgusting. It's just like, okay, if you manage to get this card out, it's just like, yep, you're just returning stuff to their hand, and they're probably going to be wide open. And if you have something on your side of the field that you want to return in your hand, well, wait. Hey, question. If they attack this card, and it gets flipped up by being attacked, does this card allow you to return those monsters in their hand if this card in your hand? Or does this card die before you can return it to your hand? How does this resolve? What resolves first? I'm actually not sure on this one. A Amazoness Spellcaster. Target one Amazoness monster you control and one basic monster your opponent control. Switch the original attack of those monsters until the end of this turn. Meh. I mean, if you're running an Amazoness deck, I guess this can work, but like, meh. It's not really that useful. You can use better cards. Continuous Destruction Bugs. If the defense... Oh, so if the defense of the attack monster is higher than the attack of the attacking monster... Wait, if the defense of... Oh, so if your monster has higher defense than your opponent's monster's attacking monster, it kills their monster, and it still does damage. Okay, this is okay if you're running a defense deck. Big Bang Shot! Not to be confused with Big Bang Hack. It does Very Meteor Crush. The monster gains 400 attack, and if this card leaves the field, that monster is removed from the game. Okay, that's okay. It's a very Meteor Crush. And one, gather your mind card from your deck in your hand. Your deck is been shuffled. Okay. But why? But why? Why would you ever use this card? This card seems useless. It seems absolutely useless. Mass Driver. Simply one monster on your side field and inflict 400. Okay. So this is like a weaker version of Catapult Hurl and Cannon Soldier. It's like if you don't have those cards on the field, you can use this. Which I mean, yeah, it's banned. It's banned. I know why it's banned. Because you could do some really dumb things with just one turn kill with it. It's funny how many common cards are banned. All the common cards that are, like, not really that great back in the day are banned now. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Sunry Eye. Once per turn during each of your scale 5 phases, you can pay 100 life points and look at one card off your opponent's deck and return it to its original position. Your opponent cannot look at the card. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Not really worth it. Emblem of Dragon Destroyer. Add one Buster. Wow. Here, let's just get a Buster Blazer. I mean, if you really want Buster Blazer that badly, I guess you can run this. But, like, overall, I mean, meh. Meh. Jar Robber. You can only activate this card when Power Greed is activated. Negate the effect of Power Greed. It's anti-Power Greed. They knew that Power Greed was used all the time, so they made an anti-Power Greed card. I don't think this card really ever got ran. Like, ever. My body has a shield. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or monster effect that would target a monster on the field, except during the damage step, pay 1500 life points. Negate the activation if you do destroy it. Not really that great, honestly. I don't think. Spellbook Organization. Look at top 3 cards of your deck and return them to top deck at any order. I mean, this can be useful if you want to get a specific card out of those 3 cards, but overall it's kind of just whatever, really. Really, it's kind of just whatever. Make a ton Magical Cannon. Remove end spell counters on your side of the field. Destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. I mean, I don't know how easy it really is to get spell counters, but this card could be kind of nasty. Kinda. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a whatever card. You have to have it in your hand, and you have to, have that requirement done. Activate this card by placing 3 spell counters on it. Once per turn during your turn, you can target one other. Oh, this is how you put spell counters on other cards. And when the last spell counter on this card is removed, this card is destroyed. So it's a nice way to add spell counters on other cards. It's not bad, honestly, for spell counters. And my connection has decided to go crap again. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, I cannot understand. Saturdays truly are cursed. They really are. Amazonas Archers. When a monster declares half while you control Amazonas monster, change all monsters your opponent controls and face of half, flip effects will not activate. They lose life from half. Also, they must act this turn if able. That can be kinda nasty. That could be very nasty. That could just make it so that you wipe out their entire field. Dramatic rescue! Activate only when the card is activated that targets an Amazonas monster. Target a monster who can own its hand, especially summon one other monster from your hand. Let's go for an Amazon deck. Exhausting spell. Remove all spell counters on both sides of the field. Meh. I mean, you're not really going to use it that much. Hidden spell book. During your turn, target 2 spell cards in your spell card. Oh. This just gives you 2 spell cards for free. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get through this quickly so I can run a test stream on the latency. Miracle Restoring. Remove 2 spell counters from your side field. Target 1 Dark Magician or Buster Blade. Okay, so this makes it so use spell counters to get Buster Blade or Dark Magician for free. Got it. Not bad. Remove Brainwashing. The control of all monsters on the field return to its original owners. Okay, not bad. But you're not going to use it very much. Disarmament. Destroy all equipped spell cards off the field. I mean, it's not bad. Very situational. You're probably not going to use it, though. Anti-spell. It's just destroy all face-up magic. Remove 2 spell counters on your side of the field and negate the activation of the spell card destroy. Meh. It's okay. But you're not really going to run it. The spell Absorbing Life. But all face down defense monsters off the field face up left effects are not activated at this time. Increase your life points by 400 for each affected monster off the field. Not bad if you want to gain life points. It's honestly not bad. It's kinda decent, honestly. Dark Paladin. Dark Magician and Buster Blader. This is why you want both of them. Must be fused and summoned. When a spell card is activated, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. This card must be face up off the side field. Face up off the field, activate, and resolve the spell. Gain 500 after each dragon monster off the field and the graveyard. When are you ever going to get that effect? Unless you're fighting like a dragon deck. Double spell. Discard 1 spell card, target 1 spell card in your opponent's graveyard. Place that target at the appropriate side. Shown on your side field, and ask this card's effect resolution, call its card as. Oh, so basically, you're using it like it's your own card. Got it. It's a pretty solid card. And Diffuse and Wave Motion. This card does not treat as a fusion card. If your opponent controls a monster, pay 1,000 life points, get target 1 level 7 or higher spellcaster monster you control this turn. It must attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, other monsters you control cannot act. The effective monsters, this is nasty in a spellcaster deck. But also, you're probably never going to use this. So overall, there's not really that many broken cards in the set, in all honesty. Not that many broken cards. There's some strong cards, but not very broken cards. So next time, we are going to be going to Dark Crisis, which is our next set. Let's take a look. What do we have? Uh-oh. There's our zombie boss right there. Vampire lore. I don't remember most of these cards. There's Osama's. Osama starts showing up. More Dark Scorpions. Oh, the chess pieces show up. There's Final Countdown. And Judgment of Anubis, I remember that. So we are going to be getting into some interesting stuff next time. You know what? I want to keep going. I do want to keep going. But I also need to... Should I keep going, or should I do a test stream on latency? I wonder if I should. It's behaving right now, so... Give me just a second, if you will. Give me a second. I have decided that I am going to continue. Hopefully this is not a mistake. So I'm going to have to... Give me a second. What is this Dark Crisis? Let me change this real quick. Dark Crisis. There we go. Gonna change that real quick. So we're gonna do Dark Crisis. Am I gonna do Dark Crisis? Yeah, let's do Dark Crisis. Alright, Vampire Lore. Here's your zombie leader. 2,101 tribute. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, declare one active card. Monster spell or trap. It's gonna act up with this. You know what? I'm gonna save this for next time, actually. I will save this for next time. Because it's just acting up too badly. It's acting up really, really badly. So, I'm gonna save this for next time. I was gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna run a test stream, and see if it acts up. So, I will catch you guys next time when we do, Dark Crisis. And we will go through the set. So, until then, everyone, I'll catch you up with the flip side of the void.